What's up, people? My name's Tom from Darklink Designs, and this is my co-host Kayla from Lez Geek Out, and we are the Geeky Drinkers. So on this channel, we are going to teach you how to make geek-themed drinks that change with the episode topics each week, every Thursday, and we discuss all things gaming, geek culture, cosplay, movies, everything like that. Basically anything geek culture. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It's very much appreciated. So, last episode was all about Star Wars. So, if you're a Star Wars buff, definitely check that out. It was a really good time.
Next week or the week after that the new one comes out?
It's coming up. Do you have your tickets?
No, not yet.
Oh, I got mine. Me and a bunch of buddies are all going. We're pretty stoked for it. I'm super excited.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be fun. But that was last episode. This episode, we are talking about video games that have been turned into movies or movies that have been turned into video games. And most of them are really bad. So
some are really well done.
Some I agree. Some were very well done. But the majority of the ones that I was like going through and that I remember and that I have rewatched were bad. Were
like,
so
really bad.
bad.
I could name off a few right now. I could probably name at least a handful.
So bad. So let's dive right into the drinks. Who made last time? I think you made last time. I'm gonna make this time.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
gonna make this time.
I don't know. I just remember Yoda soda.
So, so I actually created a poll on the last episode on how many times we said Yoda soda. How many times do you think it was? Just take a
5.
guess. No, keep going.
Really?
Yeah. We said 10 times.
The double digits. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's so much fun to say it rolls. It's
Yoda
like Yoda soda.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of.
It's pretty fun.
Rolls off the tongue.
So, the drink that I'm making this week is called Red Cherry Power Up. So, it's kind of inspired by Super Mario.
Of course.
Last night, either last night or the night before, I rewatched the Super Mario Brothers movie. So bad. But I wanted to make a drink kind of inspired by it. Oh, so it's gonna be a layered drink again. And my wife texted me today. She's like, "Hey, are you expecting packages today?" I was like, "Yes."
You got it?
And then I came home. No, it was like 2 other things, and I was just like, because I was so excited. I was like, "How?"
You bought the spoon, right?
No, and that's what I'm waiting for because that's what I thought it would be, and I was disappointed when it wasn't
like,
here.
oh.
So, anyways, mine's called Red Cherry Power Up. So what you do is in your glass.
You're putting ice into it first, remember?
This one, I'm going to be layering it, and then I'll put it in.
Oh, okay.
So there will be ice. Normally, you want to do the ice first.
Hey, I'm just learning from what you and everyone else has been yelling at me for.
That's right. So we're going to be starting with, you can't have Red Cherry Power Up without the red. And the cherry. So I'm doing half an ounce of Grenadine. My favorite of the mixes.
Grenadine's so good.
So we have half an ounce of Grenadine. And then I'm going to be mixing 1 ounce of Malibu coconut rum. In the bottom of that.
Every time you do a layered thing, I'm just so like watching to see if it actually works the way you want it to.
It's so far it has. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to test this, so I'm
kind of winging it
a
here.
little bit less certain about this one, but it'll be fun. And then after that, so I have 2 ounces of Blue Curaçao.
Which may change the red, eh?
How? No, it depends.
If you layer it, right?
No, it depends, because Grenadine is, if I'm correct, Grenadine's denser than Blue Curaçao.
Yes. But let's see how well you can do this.
Hey, I've got skills lately. Just gotta do it nice and slow. Oh man, I'm failing so bad. It's spilling.
And it's turning like it's.
I did that one really bad.
Like it's kind of super red.
I made a little bit of a mess. Oh, that's all right.
First spill of the episode.
Spill the episode. Last two have been mine.
You're slowly catching up to me.
Yeah, I know it. So after that, then I have half an ounce of vanilla vodka, Smirnoff vanilla vodka, which is delicious.
You can kind of see the red at the bottom there.
Yeah, it's only half an ounce, so I mean, it's not going to be like a huge chunk or anything like that.
Oh my god. You might want to get a towel for that before it stains, unless it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if I could get a towel, that would be great. That would be awesome. We have magic fairies that are working for us now. So that's exciting. So that was half an ounce of Smirnoff vanilla vodka. Thank you.
Completely missed.
Would the magic fairies be able to get me whipped cream as well? Because I totally forgot that. So after the vanilla vodka, I have 2 ounces of coconut milk.
We have a house elf.
We have a house
We have
elf.
a dobby.
A dobby?
We have a dobby.
That's
We'll have
awesome.
to release him after by giving him a sock.
I know, please don't throw that yet. I'm not ready.
Come on.
No, please don't.
I could do it.
I know, but I'm in the middle of pouring. Please don't. Don't torture me, guys. This is going to be so much easier once I have my spoon. Oh. That's not the worst. That's not the worst.
That looks kind of interesting with the blue all through it.
It's pretty great. Whipped cream, please. Haha. Thank you. And then we're going to have a little dollop of whipped cream on the top.
Love whipped cream.
And I finally got my maraschino cherries.
They're so good.
They really are. So,
You're gonna give me one to eat.
scoop one out of there. I'll give you one after the episode. So, scoop that out. It almost stayed on top.
That's the
what she
cherry
said.
on top.
And yeah, it all mixed together. So that's what you kind of feel.
It looks really
It smells. Ooh, it smells really tasty. So that is what I'm making. Red cherry power up. What are you making, Kayla?
So I went and saw Warcraft, obviously.
Did you just see it?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
I literally went and saw it for free.
Nice.
Thanks
How'd you
to
score that?
The Atom app.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The first time that you do order a ticket on there, it's free.
Serious? Oh wow, cool.
So if you guys don't have the Atom app yet, it's ATOM. You guys can
I wanna eat
definitely do that. So as a World of Warcraft fan, I played it growing up as well.
Yep.
So there was a brew drink, level 75 brew.
Now, did you have to be level 75 to actually get it? Or is yours just level 75 because you're just like, level 75?
It's actually a level 75 drink, so you can't get the recipe until level 75.
Okay.
So
that's got to be a fairly new one because I know the
Yes.
cap used to be 60, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So it's called Kungaloosh.
Kungaloosh. Okay.
Kungaloosh. So basically it was a recipe that you unlocked through the game to create this brew. Now, it's, I saw a recipe for it actually online, but I completely switched everything out. And
Yeah, you want to make it your own.
So, here comes the funness. I have no, what do you want to call it, topper or mixer. Literally, my whole drink is alcohol.
All booze.
All booze.
I've had like 3 drinks like that, so I don't feel bad
Where
for
I
you
didn't
at all.
have, you didn't have like pop or juice or
Yeah,
anything
no.
in it?
Like,
Or Grenadine.
I guess I had a little bit. Like, the 2 that come to mind are Sorry Song, which was literally like half booze, and then the Rainbow Road.
Yes.
Because that one I think that actually had like 3 or 4 ounces of orange juice in it. So I had a little bit.
A little bit. So it's an ounce of cherry liqueur.
As if you needed the tall glass.
Wait
too.
for it. I do.
Okay.
Don't mesh up.
Mesh up.
Ooh, right on the dot.
You know how to measure now. Good job. Not a 1.5 ounce.
Okay,
Like
and
previous
then
episodes.
a half an ounce of overproof rum.
You're doing half? Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's half an ounce. Okay. That's hers, not mine.
Now you're making me second guess.
Anything overproof you wanna?
Okay, well maybe I'll just do a quarter.
I would do a quarter of an ounce, or else you're gonna be super.
This
hammered.
pours out so quick though, because it's got the fire protector.
Gotta be ninjas. Drip, drip, drip.
Oh,
Good job. Nice.
there. Okay, well yeah. So a quarter of an ounce of overproof rum. Oh god, this reeks. It actually spilt a little in my freezer, so now my freezer just smells like overproof rum, and I was like,
it could be worse.
Great.
Could be worse.
All right, so on previous episodes, I had Girls' Night Out Cherry Amaretto Ice Cream Wine.
Which was better than I initially anticipated.
Today, I'm using the Red Velvet Cheesecake Macaroon wine.
Which sounds amazing.
It is.
Can I try a little bit after?
Yeah.
After you mix?
You can sniff it though.
Ah, that kind of smells the same as the other one.
So it is an ounce and a half of this.
Drip, drip, drip.
Little.
Drip, drip, drip. I guess you kind of have a mix.
Well, it's still alcohol in it.
Yeah, but...
So it's Smirnoff Ice Light, which is black cherry and soda.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know they even had, like, light stuff before, so that's
So I'm
exciting.
just basically...
Excuse me. Topping her up. I, like, half forgot that you had that there, so I was, like, just looking at these three, and it's like, how are you going to be filling that? Yeah, I might as well put one in as well now that mine's all mixed up.
That is what I call the Kungaloosh. And that's a very interesting color. We've never had this we've never had this pinky clear color.
Can I try some?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Because it does smell delicious, guys.
It's not as good as my
That is actually really
one,
good. No, I actually prefer that one more.
This one?
Yeah, that one's actually really good.
I have another one, and you're probably not gonna like it.
No,
I don't like it. So.
All right, I'm gonna mix this guy up.
All right, so yeah, that is the Kungaloosh level 75 drink.
That's awesome.
Only the true players can enjoy this. So.
Ooh, that's tasty. Cheers.
Oh my god! Right at the end, you could taste the rum.
That's really good. That doesn't really taste like anything.
Yeah.
It tastes like... It almost tastes like cherry whipped cream. That's really good. You gotta try this.
The rum right at the end. Did you get the rum at the end?
No, I didn't even get anything of that. Oh yeah, no, there it is.
There's the rum.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Has a little bit of a delay.
So I'm happy I didn't put a half an ounce.
That's actually really, really good. That's smooth. It's not as carbonated as I would wish.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot better if it was a bit more carbonated.
That's all right.
But it would be a drink that you could drink on a warm summer day.
Absolutely. So, now that our drinks are made, so okay, so I'm not gonna say all video game to movies and vice versa are awful.
Most are.
Most are. In my experience, like in my personal opinion, well, okay, so last night, like what I was saying before, like last night I rewatched the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Terrible.
So it's probably been like 15 years since I watched it last.
Yeah.
Just because like generally you don't want to rewatch it because you know it's
just
awful.
Terrible. There's a bunch that I could list off that are too.
So okay, I would just want to talk about that one just for a second. So the weirdest part about that is that just there's so many things, like there's no warp pipes, like Bowser's just like this dude with like I think like a quadruple like mohawk thing, and it's like all short and he's like businessman like, and just I think the creepiest thing about that movie was like the Goombas.
Yeah.
How they like put them in the machine, lifts them up, and it like just like shrunk their head and went crazy. Like the special effects and everything like that, like.
Subpar?
For the time, like they were all right. Mm. It was such a weird movie. I think it would have been better if they didn't brand it as a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah. Because
other than like if there was no character names, like no like Bowser or Mario or like Luigi or like Goombas, it could honestly be just a really terrible 90s movie.
You know what that reminds me of? It's like the Riverdale TV show. If they didn't, it's not like the comics at all. So if they didn't use the names and just had it as a normal mystery solving thing, it would actually be like. I'm not saying it's terrible because everybody loves it, but I'm just saying it's kind of similar to what you're saying.
I wasn't a huge fan of it. Like my wife, Amanda, and my daughter Sage, like they both really like it. I'm not a huge.
I'm a Cole Sprouse fan, so it kind of just goes with it. He plays Jughead, so. It just happens.
So the Super Mario one, like, comment down below, you like the worst like video game movie that you guys have seen, because I know there's a lot out there. We're not going to be able to touch on like all of them.
Another one is Mortal Kombat.
I didn't mind Mortal Kombat. The original one, I think from like 95.
I think anything in the 90s movies was just
it's
terrible now.
Take it with a grain of salt, right? So that one was all right. One that I really loved both the game and the movie of though was Tron.
The game was more. I prefer the game over the movie for some reason.
I don't. I like the original one. Like it was campy. Like it wasn't like amazing or anything. It was for the time though. It was well done.
But the
like,
movie
super well done.
Actually was pretty good. Like I mean, it wasn't terrible.
No, the newer one was really well done. I really enjoyed that one. I loved that one a lot. Just great acting, great effects, great storyline. I thought it was really good. The original one, like it was still it was still good, but I mean, like it's like they're working in the like I believe in like late 80s, so they were working like the special effects and stuff like that. Like
weren't kind of
like for the time though they were like pretty advanced.
Yeah,
the movie actually got disqualified for like best special effects because they used computers.
Wow.
Which is crazy now because you're
now
like,
that's all you get awarded for.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So that was kind of my like one of my top favorite ones that I really liked that went from like video games to movies. Do you have any that went that way or went vice versa?
Well, I know that obviously I made a Warcraft drink. I loved the game. I played it for hours, lost sleep over it, everything you could imagine. I loved that game. But when I went and saw the movie was amazing. It was. Don't get me wrong.
It really was. I see. I've never actually like played Warcraft, but almost every single roommate that I ever had, like all growing up, and like it's still even now, like a bunch of my friends still all play Warcraft. So I'm very familiar with it, and like I could keep up in a conversation and be like, what are you guys talking about?
Well,
I thought going into it, like only having that limited knowledge, I thought it was really cool.
It was really good, but to me, and a bunch of other people agree with me,
absolutely,
that it was like missing something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I think it was cut too short. I think it could have went a little bit longer, had a little bit more information or something.
Yes.
But to me, I can't pinpoint what's missing. It's just something is missing from the movie.
But see, one thing that I think that a lot of people forget is they're starting generally at the start of Warcraft. Yeah. So it's not like okay, modern Warcraft, like, you know, here's everything. They had to pick a starting point. I think they picked a good starting point because you can see
Durtan was like my favorite character in the entire movie. So
okay. Yeah,
I love Durtan.
I liked it because it did. I found that it gave kind of enough of a backstory.
Yeah.
That it's not just like thrown into the middle of it and don't know what's going on.
I don't know if maybe it's because I played the game.
I think
or something.
I think that's
but
probably
like I have friends that have never played the game, but yet they still feel like because I have a bunch of friends because I was acting growing up and I taught theater.
Yep.
They say the same thing. Just on a movie perspective.
Yeah,
like, there was something, I don't know what was missing, we can't pinpoint it, but there was something missing.
Yeah.
There was a few characters I wish were in it longer. You know, as always, any movie you see, you're like, oh my god, you know, like Suicide Squad, everyone thinks that Slipknot should have lasted longer, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Everyone says that he was like the best character in the movie, which
I don't see how though. Yeah, I don't see how. Like, there's definitely not.
I think El Diablo was flawless.
Yeah, he played like
I met his stunt double.
Yeah, that was a Fan Expo, right?
No, KCC.
Kitchener Comic Con last year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
So Warcraft, yeah.
Yeah, and then I have a movie. Like, there was a movie to video game that I liked, and those are the
which is more rare.
Yes,
like, it's more rare to have that than go from video game to movie.
So, Middle Earth, if you guys have ever played it, there's
Lord of the Rings.
So yeah, there's Shadows of Mordor and Shadow of War. Shadow of War just came out on October 10th. Brilliant games, beautiful graphics.
Have you played the new one?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Nice.
It's brilliant. It's just everything about it is just on fleek.
Everything?
Pretty much. Like, I haven't quite found a flaw in a sense. But I honestly, the only way that I was able to play the new one was on a friend's PS4 because I don't have a PS4 yet.
Yep.
Plus, consoles are just not my thing. I'm actually thinking about rebuilding my computer, so I'm pretty pumped
that's
about that.
exciting. Well, you just moved, which is great.
Yes.
New place.
But I have the Shadows of Mordor on my PS3, and I've already beaten it, so it's
like that series.
And also, Lord of the Rings is like everything to me. I love the movies.
See that, like, so obviously it was initially like a book series first.
Yes.
But when we were discussing topics for this show, we wanted to go like movie release date versus video game release date.
Yeah, and we had a conversation about Silent Hill. Like, we couldn't figure it out either.
Yeah, no, Silent Hill was video game first. I think it was like 6 or 7 years.
I always thought it was
the
movie, but then again, I've never really played them, so.
I'm not a horror fan, but
I love horror.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. So you really enjoyed Shadows of War? Shadows of Mordor? What was the new one called?
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War. Okay.
Shadows of Mordor was like the first one. And I enjoyed it. And even before that, I played, like, Lord of the Rings games on PS2 and PS1.
Okay.
So, it's actually...
Yeah, but those ones were bad, yeah.
These graphics on the new ones are freaking
How is gameplay, though? Like, how is gameplay storyline?
I have
Good
no
so
words.
far?
I have no words.
How far have you gotten into it?
Well,
like
I have...
3 hours?
I've gotten a couple
less?
into it, but I've watched a friend play and beat it, so... I've seen, and the best part about it is every decision you make, they have so many paths.
Yeah, that's good.
So you honestly are never playing the same game as someone else.
And that's good.
And it's great.
That's good to an extent because it gets you talking more. It gets you talking overall, but it's the same kind of thing when I was playing Breath of the Wild or like Fable, for example.
Yeah.
Like I would talk to people and be like, oh yeah, I'm whereabouts. It's one of those things where you're like, you can't be like, whereabouts are you? Like, what level are you on?
Yeah.
It's basically like, what have you done in the game? So it opens up a way broader conversation.
But it's still, I don't know, I enjoyed the games.
Okay, that's
good. It wasn't my very first video game that was a movie first.
So, you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
My very first one was 007 for the N64.
GoldenEye.
Was my first-person shooter, too, and I loved it.
See, that's really the only first-person shooter that I've ever really, like, really gotten into.
Oh, Call of Duty for me.
You can't do Call of Duty games.
Really?
Can't do them.
World War II's, like, the graphics are just unbelievable.
I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but, like, I'm not a Call of Duty fan. Like, the storylines are so short. I get that the majority of the game is all multiplayer.
The multiplayer is so much fun. For God's sakes, my mom plays Call of Duty. Like, literally,
and your zombies.
I love Nazi zombies. Don't even get me started. Man, anyways. I am so good.
So confession time. I've never actually seen a 007 movie. Like,
I've only seen 2, so.
No, I haven't seen a full one. I've seen, like, obviously, like, bits and pieces and stuff.
I've seen Octopussy.
Never really had an interest.
I don't know. I like the whole, like, the thing, but I guess it depends on who is James Bond. Like, Sean Connery was an amazing James Bond. But, like, Roger Moore, who recently just passed away this year, he was a great James Bond. But I've only seen GoldenEye and Octopussy. Yeah. Those are the only 2 that I've seen.
Okay.
And Octopussy, it was because my mom was watching, so I sat down and watched it with her. And it wasn't, I'm not saying that they're terrible movies, I'm probably going to get hate for that, but, like, they're one of those, it's like one of those movies that like for me, I have yet to see The Godfather. And
Yeah,
everyone says you really need to have the motivation to sit and watch through those movies.
Especially
Godfather, because they're really long, and apparently there's a scene that's just, like, really boring, in a sense. So, like, I haven't even seen Scarface, so...
Yeah, no, a lot of the, like, classic, like...
gangster movies?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
It just,
so.
it happens.
Never really got around to it for me. But what are your thoughts on the Assassin's Creed movie compared to the video game?
Okay, the movie was terrible.
I disagree on that.
The games? Flawless.
No, they're not flawless.
Okay, well, that's maybe not the term to use, but what I'm saying is they're really, really well done.
They're really well. Most of them. There's
Black
a couple.
Flag was one of my favorites, and I cannot wait to try Origins.
Yeah, when is that released?
I think it's already released.
Did it come out already? Are you sure? I don't know.
So, but I couldn't play it anyway because I don't have PS4.
You gotta get on that. Christmas time's coming up.
I'm going Boxing Day and I'm getting myself a PS4. I really wish I was able to get the Call of Duty one because it was camo.
Yeah.
And that would have just...
You probably still can.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep an eye online.
People sell it on Kijiji, but they're selling it for full price, clearly, because it's limited edition, all that stuff.
That's true, yeah.
So,
it really depends on, do you want a limited edition or do you want to save money?
Yeah. Sometimes, I've made some crazy purchases and I'm like, I don't care, it's limited edition. Like, you're never going to get it again.
I get that 100%. No, I actually really enjoyed the movie. Obviously there were parts that I wasn't a big fan on, or where I was just like,
I don't know, maybe I'm just a little biased because I'm so in love with the games.
I really like the game as well.
It's like if they made an Uncharted movie, I would be so biased because I love the Uncharted game.
Okay.
Their storyline, oh my god, god.
So, what are your thoughts? Okay, so this was one, the next one that I want to bring up is kind of one that went video game to like TV show and then movies, which is Pokemon. So like Pokemon's obviously Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
That's the most that's actually not even the most recent game. That's one of the only it's the most popular mobile Pokemon game, Pokemon game. But like Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun just recently came out. I think in the last 2 or 3 months.
Probably.
I haven't played a Pokemon game other than Pokemon Go since Pokemon Platinum.
Oh my god, I have never. Okay, I've played Pokemon, but I always preferred I used to play the card version of it.
The card game. Yeah. See, I collected them and everything like that.
But you never played with them?
Never played a single round.
I even did that with Yu-Gi-Oh! I played the Yu-Gi-Oh! one too. I even had the arm thing to put all my cards in to play.
That's awesome.
I was but
where did you even find that?
Oh god, I can't remember.
When did you get? How old were you?
Oh, I was really young.
Okay.
Probably at Walmart when it was big deal. But it was one of those things. I think I'm more of I like to play the board games.
Yeah.
I was into D&D for a very long time. I used to play Warhammer.
You should go to have you ever I can't remember I think it's Sundays, but the Adventurers Guilds in downtown Kitchener. They have I believe it's drop-in D&D night. I don't quote me on that.
Oh my god, I'd have to refresh up on everything.
I'm pretty sure it's like an intro or a drop-in D&D thing. It's pretty neat. A couple of my friends, my one buddy Ryan, he did that for a little bit, and he's been there for a little while now.
It's been years for me though.
You should. It's so fun. I'm actually playing D&D tomorrow night.
Nice.
Awesome.
For me, I used to play it, and I think the reason I got over it is because the people I used to play with, we went separate ways. We all went to college, things like that. So it wasn't kind of we couldn't really do it much, and some of them were across the country. So some were
that's really, really hard.
So it happens, and I just felt I kind of just dropped it, kind of thing. Got into League of Legends for a while there, which is a computer game.
Who do you play in League of Legends?
Oh god, I haven't played in a couple of years.
No. When you did, who is your character?
Oh, that's a good question.
You don't even remember. Okay.
No, I'm so bad with the whole memory thing, and it's an actual brain issue. But I literally played it. I know that the one thing that I always stick to my heart is that I cosplayed as Caitlyn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For Fan Expo, so that was fun.
Yep.
I don't know.
Do you still have your costume or no?
No.
Oh, what happened to it?
I passed it on to a friend and then never gave it back.
Intentionally or not intentionally?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We don't talk no more, so.
Okay.
Because, but I went there and that was the last cosplay I ever did. Because the reason I said that is...
When was that? Like 4 years ago? More?
3, 4.
Gotta get on it.
But the thing is because the one thing if I go for a whole weekend, sure. If I go for one day, I want to try to be a consumer too and not be constantly stopped to take photos, so it's so hard. So at least if I can go for 2 days, I have 1 day as a cosplayer, 1 day as a consumer.
But see, what you can do as well is you can always go like the first half as like a consumer, and then like second half you could always like go and cosplay, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like you could always like get your cosplay and everything like that, like already all done. That way, when you want to just take everything off and just be a consumer,
it's so hot in there too, though. Like,
well, no matter where you
there
are.
is some people that costumes are like huge and
Oh,
bulky,
like
and I feel so bad for them because it's with all the body heat.
It depends. It depends on how it's built, though, because there definitely are ways and there's material to make it breathable. Mm-hmm. But you know, it depends on A, your skill level, B, your knowledge, and C, like how much money you have. Like lighter, more breathable material and everything like that can always be harder to work with, or it can be more expensive. There's always pros and cons to it, and there's always going to be trade-offs no matter what you do for any cosplay.
My friend was Pyramid Head, so he was
that's awesome.
You know, that was a big cost. So it's...
What are your thoughts on the Tomb Raider series? Because that went from... I believe that went from video games to movies.
With the Tomb Raider ones, the new video games I prefer than the older ones.
Why?
I don't know. I love graphics. I love the like the like,
that's all you have to say.
Like, enough said. If you have brilliant graphics, you've got me.
See, like I'm
or storyline.
I'm like, for me, graphics are always back burner. Like they can be subpar graphics, but if they have great gameplay and they have great a great storyline, I'm in.
Yeah, like for me, like I could play Minecraft for hours, and it's got like, it's intentionally meant to be like that.
Now, you still haven't played Shovel Knight, though, have you?
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I told you about that.
Yes.
I actually don't know if it's for PS4 or not.
You probably get on PC though. Everything's on.
I don't know. Like
all the games
like, I have
you
it for
ever
the
play
Wii.
are all made on a computer. So
yeah, they're all made on that, but it doesn't mean you can actually like play it.
I guess that's true.
What was okay? So do you have a preference on what Tomb Raider game you have, or like is your favorite?
I had the one. I think it was before the newest one that came out. I can't remember the actual. It was just called Tomb Raider, but it wasn't like.
I think the original. If I'm not mistaken, the original one was the one with like the super pointy boobs. I saw a few months ago. I saw not in person, but I saw a picture online where it was like N64 Lara Croft, and it was I think it was like a cosplayer as Lara Croft, and they had like a box like under their shirt, so it was basically like the pixelated boobs like that. I was just like, that's hilarious.
It was terrible. And like when it comes to the movies part of it, I'm not an Angelina Jolie fan. Like, I'm not.
What do you think of the new one that's coming out next year?
I saw the trailer. I could not be more excited.
It looks pretty awesome.
I am actually really pumped. I think the actress that they picked is perfect. She looks like, the thing is, she looks just like the video game one. Like the new video game.
I think that was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you can, like, I think, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it would probably be easier to match somebody to a video, like, to a, like, created character, like, in the virtual environment, than it would be to...
Vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped for it, and that comes out next year, right?
2018, yeah.
Yes. There's quite a bit of movies I'm really excited for. Like, I just saw the Infinity War trailer.
Oh my god, I know.
You don't even know.
That looks so... $1
billion cast.
So good.
$1 billion set.
I couldn't even imagine. I don't even want to look at the budget on that.
No, but I know that I'm buying my tickets I'm going to midnight. I want to go to midnight premiere.
I probably won't go to midnight premiere, but I'll definitely see it in theaters.
But I know that I'm going to buy it, and I got to go to IMAX for it, because it's just going to be beautiful.
I'm really, really excited for that. I hope they do, like, I think in the scene, or like the teaser trailer that was released, there's only like 1 or 2 scenes like with Thanos, and I think he was like putting like a second Infinity Stone on.
Yeah. See, I don't like the look of Thanos.
I actually liked him better in Guardians of the Galaxy, which you haven't seen yet.
I have to watch it before I see Infinity Wars.
But you,
because at the end of the trailer.
Do you have something to watch Netflix on?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both on there.
Which?
Oh no,
both Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure the first one's on it. The second one's definitely not on.
But I have someone who owns it, so it doesn't matter.
Perfect.
But I have to watch it because at the end of the trailer for Infinity War, Thor's just like, "Who the hell are you?" And then what's his face? Star-Lord. He's like, like.
You gotta watch it, man.
I know.
You gotta watch Guardians of the Galaxy. It's so good.
I will.
So we could there's so many more that are out there and that are bad. I didn't want to dwell on really, really awful ones because it's easy to go into a rant and then be super negative. I don't want to do that. Did you did you ever watch the Street Fighter movie? Yeah. No?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It's so bad.
Worse than Super Mario Bros?
It depends. Cause the characters at least made sense. The story, it was super cheese. It was not good. It was
have to watch it just for a laugh.
Better. Did you ever watch Double Dragon?
Mortal Kombat?
No. There's
a
game.
No.
The game was amazing. The movie.
You know what's funny?
It's so bad.
When it comes to movies into video games or video games into movies, one is always better than the other.
Oh, absolutely.
Always.
Usually it's the one who was created first. But I do want to, I want to say one more bad one, and then I want to really, really quickly talk about a couple other ones. Have you ever seen The Dungeon Master? Which is based off of D&D, loosely.
No.
That one wasn't, it wasn't awful or anything like that, but you can the movie's very, very dated. Just the the effects are compared to obviously today's standards, they're awful, they're bad, but they're alright.
I do have a question for you. Have you ever played the VHS video game Nightmare?
No.
Okay. So literally
VHS video game?
Yes, it's board game, but you put the VHS in, and there's the Game Master or whatever. And there's a lot of people I know have played it, and that game it used to scare the Jesus out of me, but it's good now. But I would love to see them try to turn that kind of into a modern video game, or even into a movie. It's kind of cool.
They have stuff like that. There was scene. I think it was Seen It.
Yeah.
That was kind of
DVDs. But it was honestly
I
used to play that, and we would literally be in my mom's walk-in closet with a little TV, and we would play it. The TVs had the VHS attached, the little ones.
Yeah.
And we'd sit in there and we'd play it in the pitch black darkness.
Well, yeah.
And honestly, my buddy, he wound up bawling, and it was a dude. He just bawled his eyes out.
Bawling his face off.
Because in one part of the game, the guy asked you to come closer. Come closer. Come closer. And he fucking just boom, and you're just
freaking out.
Now, if I was to play it, I'd be whatever, dude. I love horror movies, but when I was a kid, I couldn't do it.
Have you ever played any of the superhero video games?
I played the Lego versions.
Okay, so I've played a couple. I have the Iron Man one for Wii. That one was. Gameplay was a little difficult. The controls were very, very not intuitive. Mm-hmm. You kind of get it's like anything. You kind of get used to it. But one that I really, really liked was Spider-Man. The Spider-Man games for.
I played a PS1 Spider-Man.
I played those on.
I used to love it.
GameCube. Was it GameCube? I think either GameCube or PS2.
I played on PS1.
And you could basically just all I did was I just web slung the whole city, just I spent hours just doing that. Those ones are really, really fun.
Did you hear that they're making a Crash Bandicoot movie?
Movie? No.
Mm-hmm.
When?
Well, it's in the works, the whole production area. But I read it and I was okay, they better not botch this. Like, come on.
See, and that's the like. No matter
My childhood.
anytime you're gonna be doing a video game to a movie where the video game's been out for like easily over a decade, like you got a steep hill to climb.
And not to mention, like,
you gotta do it right. You have to do the right voice acting.
I'm hoping they do. You know that animation.
Is it all CGI?
I don't know.
Or is it like?
I was hoping that they would do it kind of like, you know, that animation that looks so real life.
Like Warcraft? Like Warcraft real, or?
Have you ever seen the Final Fantasy movie?
Yeah. Oh,
like that.
That's another one that I wanted to have on the list. Final Fantasy, like, that's actually a perfect example of both of those, like the movie and the video games being amazing. The movies itself, the graphics on those, oh my god.
You thought it was a real life movie.
So ahead of its time. So ahead of its time. Like, the movies were, like, the graphics on that were infinitely better than the games released at the same time.
Yeah.
But oh my god, they were great.
They honestly look like it was real life.
Those are, even still, like, even if you look at, like,
Case.
just like Advent Children, for example, that's just one that I have off the top of my head because I have it upstairs. Like, even standards from today, like, those graphics are freaking amazing.
Was it created by Japanese? I have a feeling, because they have a lot more technology than us over there.
I don't know. It's amazing, though. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was thinking about that earlier today, and I completely forgot to write it down.
Well, great minds think alike.
I know. we should wrap up, though. But please comment down below and on what tell me what your worst, like, what you think the worst video game to movie is. I'm curious to see how much alike it is to our list.
And if you guys actually find more that were movies to video games, movies first, please comment them down below. It might actually trigger some memories for us.
You can watch. I probably won't. I'll take a look at the comments and definitely like interact and everything like that.
I'm a movie
I probably
buff.
won't watch the movies.
I've been acting my whole life, so movies are my thing.
They're all you.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
But you know what? I have to interact with the fans too, not just you.
That's very true. All right. Well, with that, we will wrap up. So as always, stay geeky, guys. Cheers. And we'll see you next week.